When I was pregnant, I was living with my baby's dad in Austin, and we had the best life ever, so I thought. And at first, he was gonna take care of me. He wasn't very nice, so he didn't take care of me, so I left and I went back home. And I was just really emotional and I didn't know what to do. 2% of me was considering abortion, but to me, there's all these families out there that can't have babies. Why am I gonna hold back? You know, I can do something so wonderful for somebody. So I chose adoption. I heard about Christian homes from pamphlets that my mom gave me from Planned Parenthood. Christian homes jumped out to me. They were honest, they were real, it was at my own pace. Like they wouldn't call me, I would call them. But I just kind of had to take a step forward. You know, one day I was gonna have to leave my mom's house. You know, I had already done it the one time and it didn't work out, so that made me even more nervous. But I pushed through and I came out here, and it was kind of really amazing, you know, hearing everybody else's stories and what they had to say and how they got here. I took a weekend in Corpus and I got 20 profiles. It was just me and my mom. We went and we just read through them all, and we took down a list and we wrote pros and cons on each of them. I wanted it to be open, you know. I was also looking for common interest, so we don't have to force conversations, they just happen. We have something to talk about. But when it came down to it, I felt this connection with the Lees. Like, I read them and I was like, these people are it. These people, I mean, of course I looked through everybody else, considered everybody else, but I knew they were the ones.
I worked from my home, and it was the middle of the day, and I saw on the caller ID it was Christian Homes. I'm like, okay, what other form are we missing? Hello, hi, Mr. Lee. This is Becca from Christian Homes. I just want to let you know that you've been chosen by a birth mother. And I'm here going, long pause. I'm like, what? Oh yes, and we want to set up a meeting with the mother as soon as possible. And I'm just sitting there going, okay, what? And since she works at the prison, she couldn't take her phone in, so I leave like 3 messages on her phone.
And I thought something bad had happened with my parents or something like that, because he was frantic about it. And he said, we got picked by a birth mom. And I said, what? We did what? And I just stood there going, no way. Really?
They didn't know that I chose them until I was like a month and a half before having Troy. But in that month and a half, they were awesome.
And we met her and her mom and her stepdad, and we were very, very nervous about the whole deal. And about 5 minutes into it, it was like we had known them forever because we had so much in common.
They would text me little updates and just like, oh, we got this for the room, and
God put us together. And as far as adoption being in, that's our baby, and I don't know how else to explain it. It's amazing.
I just had to let go, let God, and it turned out the best way it could. There's nothing bad about the situation. I just gave it all to God, and it worked out.